The history of coffee began many years ago. Coffee first appeared around 850 AD. According to the most famous legend, telling the story of the origin of coffee, an Ethiopian shepherd named Kaldi noticed that his goats, which were eating the leaves and bright red berries of an inconspicuous plant during the day, were too excited at night and could not sleep. The shepherd told the abbot of the monastery, where he lived and worked. The clever monk checked the effect of the unknown plant, and being convinced of the exciting effect of the infusion, immediately found a use for it in everyday life. The clergyman began to give his novices a decoction of the plant before the night service, so they would not fall asleep during the long and tedious reading. Thus began the history of coffee, a beverage that is now known and loved around the world. Remarkably, coffee was originally consumed not in the form of a drink, as it is now all over the world, but in whole berries. Later, berries began to be ground and mixed with animal fat, rolling the resulting thick mixture into balls, which allowed long storage of coffee supplies. It was especially handy during a long trip when balls of coffee and fat created nutritious, satiating, and tonic food without taking much space. Somewhat later, the pulp of the coffee fruit was used to make a decoction that was enjoyed after a hearty meal. This ritual first became popular in Yemen, and later spread to neighboring countries. Originally such a drink was called gashir, and the name of coffee itself is still a kind of unsolved encrypted message. Because the drink still contains a kind of a mystery, there are probably several versions. The coffee itself appeared, as we have already mentioned, in Ethiopia, hence the first assumption. It says that the drink is named after the Ethiopian province of Kaffa. And this hypothesis certainly has its place. Another no less interesting and plausible version is that coffee got its name thanks to the Arabs, kawa. However, while both assumptions are objective and probably close to the truth, we are more impressed with the version about the medieval alchemist. Coffee is an acronym. This conclusion the alchemist, traveler, and botanist at the same time made after a long study of numerous works of healers, sorcerers, scientists, all those who throughout their own search for a universal means for immortality and against diseases studied coffee. So, allegedly, all these best minds came to the conclusion that just coffee, then not yet so called, is a unique remedy for many ailments, the main of which is undoubtedly powerlessness of the soul. Having reached this conclusion, the healers decided to call the miracle drink coffee, which deciphers as follows from the first letters of the words: cause, occult, fortitude, fast, excitant, extract. The result is, coffee is a strong extract that excites the hidden, secret powers of the spirit, fortitude, and will.